Sunday morning, everybody. It's 10 to 8. I went out for a meal last night, didn't get back until midnight, and this old man's feeling it this morning. And now I've got to go and skim a room out, so let's get this coffee in me, this fuel. Turn the radio off before it comes on. And yeah, let's go and do a bit of Sunday skimming, a bit of Sunday service. What else are you going to do on a Sunday, eh? Sit around in your pants and watch a bit of telly. Gonna watch a bit of Saturday Kitchen repeat. I know where I'd rather be. On the bloody trail, mate, on the trail, skimming away. So, let's go and get this done, and I'll see you there, eh? I'll see you there. I'm just waffling now, I'm really not awake yet. This coffee should do the job. Whee, speed bump. Come and tag along with me today, and got a lovely little room to skim. Really small, very low ceiling. I don't think there's any windows in it. I think I'm up in the attic or something like that. I looked at the job quickly a couple of weeks back. Just popped my head in, you know, as you do. Oh yeah, okay mate, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. And oh fuck me mate, do you want a bit more road? Fucking idiot. Sorry. I just turned left into a road and there's a lorry right in the middle of the road coming towards me. For no apparent reason. There's nothing on either side that was blocking him. But anyway, perhaps he's off to do a bit of Sunday skimming. It'd be nice to have a lorry, wouldn't it? Instead of your van, have a little lorry, like with the old curtain on it. I'd have a pallet of plaster in there. Get your pallet of plaster delivered, get all your beads and things in bulk, which I do anyway. I buy all my beads in bulk, and I usually buy about anywhere between 100 and 200 a time. And obviously there's an initial layout to it, but I think it works out you're getting your beads for obviously less than £1 each. I think that's right. So the only thing I really need is plaster. So if I had the storage or a big enough van, I would just have a pallet of plaster delivered. That's the dream, isn't it? You haven't even got to go and buy a bag of plaster anywhere then. Always got enough on. Let's get to the job and I'll show you what's going on there. Otherwise I'm just going to waffle in your ear and you'll probably switch off before I even get there. So I'll see you in a minute. Thank God for that. It's Sunday done with. That is now. It's just let this car go past. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Come on, Winkle, in your Audi. Right, it's 20 past 3. What way am I going to go? Let's go this way. Right, it's 20 past 3 and that's that job done. I got in here about 20 past 8 this morning, so not too bad, not too terrible. I'd like to have seen a decorator walk in there with a bucket of that filler and a roller and roll it on and sort that room out. I'll tell you what, every surface in that room was a wave, a wave, a wave. You couldn't do a foot of a trail stroke before you hit a high spot. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. So the ceiling had 3 coats, and 2 of the walls had 3 coats, and then the last 2 walls I couldn't be asked to put 3 on, so I just put 2 thicker ones on. But I tell you what, up and down, up and down. I mean, it's obviously old lava and plaster ceiling under there, and it's really up and down, and the customers are aware that I can only make it smooth, I can't make it flat. So that was a case of a little bit of a Plazzy Flex trail going on. But you know what, in the end I just I turned to my little Marshalltown, and I've got a little Marshalltown, I don't know what size it is. I think it's a 4-inch. It's about 12 or 14 inch by about a 4 inch. It's a carbon one. And it's rock solid, it doesn't move. It's only thin. And it's only cheap. I got it from Tool Station, and do you know what? I think it was about 15 quid. It's a little Marshalltown. Instead of a 5-inch width blade, it's a 4-inch carbon. And I tell you, there is no giving it at all. If you want a flat trail, it is great. It takes a little bit of getting used to because you've only got 4 inches to spread the gear on. But it's a lovely trail. And I've been breaking it in for about 2 years now. I just use it when I fancy it. And I'm just breaking it in. It's just starting to feel nice now. It's not tearing on the walls. Although saying that, the last couple of trails with the Ox Superflex, that bloody multi-finish started tearing. You know when it starts bitting, starts coming out bitty, I'm thinking, well, it's been on the 9, 10, that would have been on the wall for like best part of 3.5 hours. And it's all fine, and just give it that last polish, and the very, very surface starts flaking off. There's something's not right with that, you know. I've got to get my hands on some of that pure finish. I can't find that round this way. I know old Damo from Dams uses that a lot, and I know Smurf's got a few bags because he went up to the gypsum place. But if anyone from British Gypsum ever watches anything like this, I doubt it very much you will, why can't we get pure finish down in Essex? Can't get it in Travis Perkins, can't get it in Hughes Grey. Obviously Wicks don't sell it, B&Q don't sell it, but I wouldn't expect them to anyway. But the major builders merchants like your Travis and your Hughes Grey, or Ridgeon, or whatever it used to be called, you would have thought that you'd have another choice of finish plaster than just multi, because Hughes Grey don't even do a board finish, which is ridiculous. So where does all this finish end up? It doesn't end up in Essex or Hertfordshire, because I don't see it anywhere. And if you do want any pure finish, you've got to order it, and it's like ridiculous amount for delivery. It's like 70 quid to have it delivered, or something ridiculous like that. So yeah, I would dearly love to change my finish plaster, but there is no choice. There's none available. So I'm just going to nip into Wicks and get some paint for Wednesday. I can't wait to do this one. It's a nice shade of soft peach. It's a Dulux soft peach. So that is Wednesday's colour. Wednesday and Thursday's colour, whatever it is. So I'm just going to nip into Wicks now. Soft peach, soft peach. Copper blush. Soft peach, there it is. I ain't got a big one. 30 quid. It was a teenage one. Right, I think it's going to be 30 quid. That's dear, isn't it, for a soft peach? Don't want the easy care, to be honest. I want the normal one. Easy care it is. So it's not often I give you any recommendations, but I'm going to give you a film recommendation at the minute. When you get to a roundabout and people just stop at them, it's obvious that no one else is pulling out in front of them and they just stop. That's how you get me up the arse, that is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, mate. Get those buses out. Anyway, enough of my road rage going on. I'm going to give you a film recommendation. Now, if you know this film, I'm sure you already love it. But if you haven't seen it, you've missed a gem. It came out in 2004 and one of my favourite films ever, really. And it's called Dead Man's Shoes. I think it's a Shane Meadows film, and it stars Paddy Considine, who's just brilliant, I think. A few other people you recognise. Gary Stretch, the old boxer, he's in it. Christopher Eccleston's in it. But if you like films of revenge, a bit like I suppose a bit like a Northern Rambo, really, but not as ridiculous as Rambo. But if you like films that are all about revenge and, you know, the bad guys getting what they deserve, I'll put a little picture of it here or here. But Dead Man's Shoes, if you haven't seen it, believe me, you're in for a treat. You can thank me later. It's an absolute gem of a film, it really is. And yeah, it's not often I do that, but maybe I'll do a recommendation once a week of films. Maybe I'll turn into a little bit of a Barry Norman and recommend films to you. Why not? Anyway, right, if you know Barry Norman, you'll know that impression. Anyway, enough of me. Watch Dead Man's Shoes. Put your feet up, enjoy it. Anyway, see you later all.